All right. So, wrap, avocado, rice, sweet chili tuna, chili sauce on top. Ah, just absolutely brilliant. Just absolutely brilliant. What's going on in the rugby union? I mean, not that I really care, but we're playing Japan, right? I personally, ever since Japan took Joey Manu from me, I'm just off Japan, as an entire nation. But they did come up with sushi, and that's like the best food in the world. So, I'm pretty pleased with it in the end, really, all things considered. Overall speaking. Haverfordwest County got hammered by Pennybont 3-0. Cows better smash Para. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm actually devastated for you. I mean, obviously I knew that Haverfordwest County got hammered by Pennybont 3-0. This we knew. Anyone who is a knower of ball and has any degree of ball knowledge would have known that. But nonetheless, to be reminded of it is unwelcome. Certainly unwelcome. We are 10 minutes away from kickoff in the NRLW, and I do just have a different tab open, and I'm going to be watching it. Unfortunately, there is absolutely no one out there at Suncorp Stadium. But hey, not the end of the world. I'll just put this up for the, 10-minute period that we're going to be watching the NRLW game, and then we'll get into the NRL itself. Newtown Jets beat Canberra 42-30, and Beryl went the distance. Nice. As in, went the length of the field, or play the entire game? Title change time. Ah, yes. True. My bad. Who is it? Who's playing this one? I'll forget. Who is it? Which one of the teams is it? Oh, I need to put up a poll. Eels v Cowboys. Yeah, easily my least favorite streaming part of the week is this period. Easily. Just the 45 random minutes that you need to film. I'm just thinking of my teams getting smacked. They were in the UECL last season. Haverford? What? Really? We have discussed this, haven't we? The annoying thing, I always put, like, the team's colors after. Cowboys and Eels have the same colors. So I guess I'm just going to put a cowboy emoji. But then is there an eel emoji? So it's not really going to work, is it? I'll just do this. Bang, poll is up. Really, I mean, I think Cowboys get the job done, but yeah. Blue kit, it's been 1 year. Yeah, so again, don't just have a blue kit ready to go. You want to just make one now? You probably do, actually. No, I'm not going to. Thoughts on beef noodles? Beef noodles are brilliant. So, okay, here's the reason. See, this looks like a taco, not a burrito, right? But it is a burrito. But it's too small to wrap like a burrito. So I just kind of... Yeah, make it work. Oh, that's bossing. I have ascended as a person. Oh my god, there's chili sauce everywhere. You know what I feel like? Basically, the personification of this. That's what this burrito taco love child is. Prime Daniel Mortimer or Prime Chris Keating? I've heard the name Chris Keating, but I cannot picture Chris Keating. Given that Prime Daniel Mortimer won a premiership for the Roosters, I'm taking Prime Danny Morts. Do you think the Roosters will get the minor prem now? Again, entirely depends on whether we rest players in the final round against South Sydney. Like, completely. Morts wins the 12 premiership for the Doggies if they had him over Keating. That would have been nice. The E.T.? Yeah, only when the footy's not on. There is hella sauce dripping from this taco burrito love child. Hella. It's that good, though. It looks like I got blood on my hands because the chili sauce is dripping out. Did you wash your hands? Yes, I washed my hands before putting it together. Can you play every soundbite / team song 5 times over? I have a lot of soundbites. The only one that sounds ethereal is the Fafita one. The others just end up being like shouty. Doesn't work. Doesn't work the way Fafita works. Wrong scoreboard, by the way. No, you're wrong, actually. You are wrong. You think you're correct, but you're not correct. Granted, you are on Twitch, and the Twitch title is a bit misleading. Look, we have 20 minutes until kickoff of Eels versus Cowboys. We have 5 minutes until kickoff of Bonko versus Rooster in NRL. By the way, is it National Rugby League Women's? That feels weird. Shouldn't it be Women's National Rugby League? WNRL? I thought you were streaming the Eels-Cowboys game. I am. It's just that... you know what? If it's too confusing, if you like, I won't bother streaming the NRLW game. I'll just watch it. But hell, I want a little bit of audience interaction. Sue me. Sue me. You can just watch me watch the NRLW and I won't comment on it because people will get confused as to which games I'm streaming. I'll make it clear. When the NRL starts, I will do the NRL game. I'm going to do like 5 or 10 minutes of NRLW. I know, woke, DEI, so to speak, but is what it is. Can you play every soundbite and song at the same time over? I literally couldn't click them all. Like before they ended. I could, you know what? I could do the club songs. That was all the team songs. I prefer WNRL, but it's NRLW and I kind of hate it. Yeah, I've often seen people call it the WNRL, and I find it kind of disrespectful that they don't even call it the right name. But WNRL would seem to make more sense, right? Lily says you're claiming it's Source, and you claim Lorenzo was a murderer earlier. But what if that's blood and you're actually the murderer, and you frame Lorenzo? There's an issue with that. See, the whole idea is that the absence of evidence isn't the evidence of absence. But there is evidence, because you saw the blood on my hand, so the logic actually doesn't apply there. So it's actually, if you think about it, if you do the arithmetic and calculator, it's actually proof that I didn't murder him. True. Can you play the full song of all of them at the same time? Yes. Kill it. It's finished. Had to kill it early. Had to kill it early. Sorry. My bad. My bad. Okay, you know what? I'm going to change the stream title purely for Hasman because he's not able to figure it out. Broncos v Roosters NRL W watch along live stream. Sure, if that makes you happy. If that makes you happy, it's changed now. For the next 5 minutes, that's what this will be. I swear he lost like 12 viewers and all that. Yeah, but see, most content creators would care. And they would do the stuff that actually does, you know, retain viewers. Whereas I'm like, between the two games, go, watch something else. I don't care. People come in and they're like, thank you for streaming because I can't watch the game. And I'm like, I'm a be real. Go find someone that's actually commentating because I don't do that. I just don't care that much. I care about doing a good stream, but the kind of, you know, the way I want. That was really good. I don't know what was wrong. I wouldn't mind hearing it again. I thought it was a lot of fun. You know the best part? It actually summoned dark magic. It did, and I have proof of it. Because you just saw me finish eating the burrito, but there's actually another burrito right here. It regenerated. The burrito was like, hold up. That's unreal. I'm gonna come back to life. It's true. Rugby Rumble Kid NZ says, can we collab? If you come to me with a good idea that I think can offer me something good, then yes. I want to know what was going through the head of people who joined during whatever the hell that was. Probably this. Goodbye! Statistically speaking, that would seem likely. Roosters win, boo. Dolphins win, yay. Dogs lose, boo. Sharks lose, yay. So this next game, who do you want to win? Because you're due a boo. Someone take the soundboard off him before he does it again. Does what again? Sorry. What I will say is, like, certain songs do protrude above the noise a lot more than others, evidently. What if... Okay, you know what? The NRLW is about to get underway, so just before that does happen, let's see if we can achieve an ethereal state with this. I think that's maybe one of my favorite ones. Oh, that's good. Don't like how much power you now have? Oh, it's lovely. It's absolutely lovely. All right, well, we've got to kick off in the NRL dubs, by the way. And Roosters give away a penalty straight away, so I'm going to stop watching. No need. Just blatant corruption, really. You know what I would rather? Because I think there'd be a lot of people here who aren't actually bothering to watch the NRLW game. So rather than actually giving an accurate representation of how it's going, I'm going to just maybe... They got one back. They got one back, but then... That's the actual score right now in the NRLW game. It's true. It's true. Don't check. Don't need to watch. You can trust me. True story. No lies. This is the current scoreline in the NRLW. It's true. Yep. Factual, actually. The more you think about it, the more likely it is. Which is arguably my favorite part of it. Whatever. Let's just lock in. Let's lock in and do the NRL game. I think we've fussed about, engaged in enough tomfoolery to last a lifetime. Let's lock in. Let's get it. I'm going to set up the actual scoreboard and of the NRL game so no one gets confused. Eels v Cowboys. And I'm going to change the stream back just for Hasman specifically because he got confuzzled. We broke the record, hooray. Stormed the field. Oh, every single one of those tries, actually, fun fact, was scored by Jamie Frassard. So she's actually broken the record. Stormed the field. Stormed the field. It's the only reasonable thing to do. LA Roosters scoreline, or just, you know, at the same time, NRLW Roosters scoreline, obviously. All right, well, my timer is... Oh, no, okay. It fixed itself. That's all right. Wow, they really do look exactly the same on the scoreboard. Not ideal. 92-4 is generous. 92-0 is more like it. I'm honestly a bit disappointed that we did let them in that one time. But anyway, yeah. What can you do? What can you do? Let's get into the NRL teams, shall we, for this National Rugby League fixture between Parramatta and North Queensland. Upper Twaddle starts at fullback in place of Isaiah Iongi. Last time we saw Twaddle, he kind of killed it. Won't lie, he's headed to the Perth Bears, so it will be an interesting watch today in this game. Jackson Purdue and Jake Clifford are in the halves with one another. No Tommy Deards, obviously. No changes in the forwards except for Saxon Pratt coming to start in that lock position. Not sure who the 13 was, but the 13 has dropped out of the side. JDB, Jack DeFellon, Bellin, sorry, force of habit. Tinkham Brown reprises his role in the interchange, and I've really been enjoying that this season for Parramatta. He's one of the shining lights. I just wanted to mention him in particular. Harrison Edwards gets promoted to the interchange bench in place of DeBellin. That's what we've got. That's what we've got. Upper Twaddle hat-trick incoming. Storm the field when it happens. I mean, I will. I'm not in the same state currently, but I'll head up to Combank and storm the rugby league field there, 100%. I am watching the NRLW game. I'll fully admit that, and will be continuing to, as well as watching the NRL game. Just seeing Jesse Southwell in a Brisbane Broncos jersey is so deeply upsetting. You believe certain things about rugby league. You believe certain things about love. You believe certain things about romance. And then you see Jesse Southwell in a Broncos jersey, and it just ruins it all. It really does. You're not in a state? That is true. I am in a territory. The Harrison Edwards Cup. Yes, it is. The Reed Marnie Cup. Leaguie, you asked about the league name. They did it because the AFL name, there's the AFLW. And they only did that because the West Australian Football League already exists. That's a stupid reason. Why would we follow them in on that? Because just because they limited themselves, we're like, do you know what? In solidarity, we're going to give ourselves a silly name for that reason. Anyway. Well, Brisbane putting in a very early captain's challenge in the inaugural what? Leaguie, does Nathan Doken know Saxon Pryke is starting at lock? Well, I did have the pleasure of seeing Nathan Doken a couple of weeks ago. Team lists were not named at that point, so I'm honestly not sure. Honestly not sure. Lorenzo says I'm back. That's all right, brother. It's not a hotel. You don't need to announce your arrival.
Lorenzo Theraborn just redeemed Pepsi Max Sip.
Oh, if I need to. The Dejan RC Cup I love. Oh, that's good from you, Tigers. That's good from you. That's outstanding from yourself. Dejan RC, that's the name that I haven't heard in quite some time. Quite some time. I've actually been able to wrap this one like a burrito. I'm so proud of myself. And then I'll be good for the rest of the stream. Pretty dumb if you ask me. The NRLW name, yeah. Broncos are going to win their challenge as well. That's deeply frustrating. I have sent an article on the trans studies I was talking about to you in DMs. Cool. We'll check it out. You mean current cast Tigers 5'8"? Is he still the current cast Tigers 5'8"? I'll take your word for it. I knew he went to Castleford. Who else can we come up with? We've got Edwards, we've got Marnie, and we've got Dejan RC. I'm pretty pleased with that, but there's going to be others. There's going to be others for sure. Glenn says, what are your thoughts on the Disruptor making a return on Thursday night? Weird one. Weird one. Trent Robinson explained it by saying you can't go up with one hand and miss the ball. So maybe that's the little difference that I haven't actually been looking out for. It's not about going up with one hand or going up with two hands. You're not allowed to go up with one hand and miss the ball. But anyway, that feels weird if that's the distinction between the two. Tom Opachich Cup. Hell yes. Tiger's on fire. Tiger is on fire. Who's winning this year's grand final? Roosters. Absolutely. We're going to... You know how Brisbane did the double? We're going to do the double. We're going to do NRLW and we're going to do NRL. Everyone knows Broncos are winning the grand final. RL26 said so. Yeah, sure. Of course. Naturally. Naturally. I still want someone other than the players we've come up with. Because I only got Reed Marnie, and frankly, that's not very good. He's a current player. Every team Apatow scored against has won the game. So basically, North Queensland guaranteed a win today because Apatow, of course, guaranteed multiple tries. Uh-oh, Tamika Upton, nearly clear. Who will play in the final? Roosters and Panthers. If you mean NRLW, I think Roosters and Titans. Rogue shout. The Wirramoo Greg Cup is equally brilliant. Equally brilliant. I'm letting you down, boys, here with a bit of ball knowledge, boys and girls. I'm sorry. But, I mean, boys is a collective term. Same with lads and fellas. But Greg is brilliant. Ashley Graham. Did Ash Graham play for Parramatta, really? I knew he was a Cowboy. Interesting. Brayden says, I reckon rabbits and roosters. I would... Would I like that? I would really like that, actually. I would really like that. Call it the Hindmarsh Thurston plate after the greatest Cowboys-Eels post-game rivalry. That's very true. They should present the shield up before every game. Roosters-Wires Grand Final would be my favorite Grand Final, for sure. It's a Grand Final where, unbelievably, if we were to lose that Grand Final, there would be the faintest little part of me going, my God, that's wonderful for the game. And seeing all the scenes of the Warriors fans loving it, like, there'd be a part of that, of me that's like that. Not a big part, absolutely tiny part, but that wouldn't be true for any other team. This is absolute relentless assault from the Broncos against the Roosters here. Not a terrible crowd has showed up either. Quite good. Roosters and Tigers NRLW Grand Final. Trust? I do not trust. Unfortunately, I do not trust you on that one. In that department. Okay, we have 5 minutes from kickoff. We've already gone through the teams. As I say, I'm just watching the NRLW until we do actually get kicked off in the NRL. Shane Musprat. I don't even know. Is there a World Cup DLC for NRL 26? No idea. Probably. Last one, Anthony Mitchell Cup. Anthony Mitchell, another player that I don't know. Paul Green Cup? I knew he played for North Queensland. And, of course, coached them. Are you watching on KO or 9 Go? I'm watching the NRL on Foxtel Go. I'm watching the NRLW on 9 Now. 9 Now is so far behind free-to-air TV that it's the reason I don't do watch-along live streams for Origin, because there is no point. It's like a solid minute behind easily. Easily. Okay. So Eels and Cowboys are making their way onto the field. Hopgood, it's nice. He's leading them out, despite, you know, not being match fit at the moment. Very cool stuff. Parramatta have done well, giving their Indigenous players Indigenous flags, all 3 of them. Not quite the same down there for North Queensland, but anyway. Shaylee has bent the defense a lot this season. Yes. Yes, she has. She's with Dave Fafita, by the way. I assume they're still together. They were together. I'm trying to think of another joke that I can make with surnames. Isabel often surges into the line. There's some out-of-pocket ones that I'm not going to do. Yes, correct. A minute behind, but Origin Spider-Cam is cool. It is, but I just wish it could be a bit more up-to-date. Well, it's not really their fault. It is a bit. It's also my fault that my room doesn't have a TV cable, but anyway. What's your view on Test cricket? It's kind of the only format of cricket I like. Okay, I'm going to mute myself throughout this ceremony. Enjoy. The indigenous peoples of Australia have walked this land for tens of thousands of years just so that I could smash a burrito during the Welcome to Country. And my God, I smashed the burrito. Oh, gorgeous. Did I say Isabel Surges? That's crazy if I said that. And I do apologize to both Isabel Surges and Jess Kelly. You really made me laugh with that one, Lorenzo. Indigenous ceremony, and he's just demolishing a burrito. I like the Indigenous jersey for Parramatta. I'm not as big a fan of the Cowboys jersey that's they've been playing in, obviously, throughout a lot of this season. To me, it kind of looks like a construction uniform, but anyway. Parra jersey kind of fire. It is. It really is. Well, there we go. As I say, I apologize to both Isabel Surges and Jessica Kelly. I might have been looking at Isabel Kelly while I said it. There's kickoff. If you do want to sync up with me, a pitiful crowd out there. And straight through Brian Kelly. Moses was taken out in back play. He was going to be there. He gets across them again. Kelly's still going here. What a kick return. What an absolutely brilliant kick return. Speaking of Kelly, forget Isabel, forget Jessica, it's Brian. And they get a penalty off the back of it. Play on. Parramatta! This is one of the great starts to a game of all time. If they score here, it would be brilliant. Wow. I think the opportunity might have gone ever so slightly now. They just settled back into sock standard defense. Ball on there, Twiddle, and it's going to be over the touchline there. It's going to be a penalty, Parramatta, for North Queensland being offside. What a frantic start to this game. What a frantic start to this game. Holy. Just Kelly straight through. I do that in Rugby League Live sometimes. And then straight over the top of Scotty Drinkwater. In fact, it was Laybutt. All right, here come Parramatta. Silver in a dummy half. He's going to give it to Saxon Pryke. I was like, who dat? Who is man? Who is bro? Saxon Pryke, of course. How can I watch the game without using money? Unfortunately, not something I can help you out with. Adokar is going to take them on. It's going to be 6 more again here for Parramatta because it was touch. All right. Played there by Adokar to find Upper Twiddle. Now Volkman, who's going to go himself there. Not exactly structured at the moment here, the Eels, but anyway. Now in the hands of Pryke. They are very settled now. Very settled now. Moses back. I think that's been knocked on by Pensini. And North Queensland to escape. North Queensland to escape a absolutely frantic, hectic, balls to the wall kind of start from Parramatta. But they don't come away with any points, unfortunately. If you see me looking in this direction, it's because I'm watching the NRLW game. Basically. I wouldn't normally, but it is my own team. So, how much Rugby League Live 3 have you played this year? Other than the ones I did on stream, which I'm not even confident was this year. That might have been the end of last year. None. And this is what Parra do. Yes, it is. Pretty much. Pretty much. Correct. Butchered? Nat Butchered, you reckon? Egan Butchered? Parra jersey is so sexy, I've made my mind up. It is. It is. You know what they say? Once you go black. Anyway. North Queensland coming out of their own end here. It's going to be Reid Marnie in a dummy half. Yeah, no, we're chilling. We're chilling. We're so good. We're composed. We are composed. Tamalolo hitting it up to about 45 out from the try line there. Whoa, 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 Leaguie. Don't be racist. I am a building. So that was not racist. That was the opposite of racist. It's being charged out. It's going to be still the last here. Scotland Drinkwater, and that is what Scott is short for there. Another charge down there. It's still alive. Pass across to find Laybutt on the wing, who does eventually put in what's going to be a very good kick. It's just absolute scenes. It's absolute cinema. Everything is happening all at once. Moses now nearly gets through there to the 30. Do you agree with Winston's whinging about the Allianz Stadium hot dogs being pre-sauced? Look, I don't eat hot dogs very much, so I don't really care. But I know that they mean a lot to him, like spiritually and emotionally. So I'm happy for him to have that grievance. Can't say I've experienced it myself, though. Moretti takes it up to 45 out from his own line. All right. Volkman gets an offload there, back to find Talon De Silva. If you accidentally hear me say the names Surges, Kelly, Kelleher, Aitken, Nizza, or I think it's Nietzsche, actually, which is like the philosopher Nietzsche. Anyway, was he a philosopher? He was a thinker. Anyway, Elliot, then it's because wires cross. Anyway. Just this is scenes in this game. Absolute scenes. 2 accidental charge outs. I've never seen that. Yep. All right, run from Moretti now. Tackled by Neem and Domalolo. It's going to be De Silva and a dummy half. You'd think Paris score the first try with all these opportunities they've had, but would not be the first team to blow some early possession and field position and not come away with any points. I think they were playing a wrestling theme there, George. I recognize it. I didn't know exactly where it was from. All right. Ball finds the ground there. Moses is going to be hard-pressed to go back and get it. He does. He does very, very well there. Salvages the rest of this set here for Parramatta. 2 tackles left here. Now in the hands of Twiddle. Ball out to find Williams, who does get tackled. So this will be the last tackle in the set. Moses on the short side puts a hook kick across field. It's Tamalolo with a catch. This game, this entire game, ladies and gentlemen, is, say it with me, this game is fundamentally stupid. It is. It is. Roosters scored in the NRLW, by the way. So just, you know, in terms of like honoring their sacrifice. Of course, national anthem, by the way. True story. Got upset at this game already. Hazmat, this is box office. What are you talking about? This is brilliant. That kick has found no one. It's bounced towards Cowboys. Of course it has. Of course it has. And Paris start this set on the 40. Oh, I love it. I love it. Egg says, hey, don't you dare say such things. Cowboys are supposed to win 30-0. There have been so many things that have happened that I don't even know which specific thing you're referring to there. Could be anything. Could be anything. Para up to the halfway line here through Kelly. And that is Brian, not Jessica Kelly. And I say that intentionally. What a hit, son! What a hit, son! This is just the craziest 7.5 minutes ever. And there's no points on the board. Absolutely folded. Catch from Scott Drinkwater. The sideline could be there for him. No, he's not quite able to be carried the entire way there. My God. What a hit from Tamalolo on poor little Mitch Moses.
Just redeemed a thing.
Pandamelically just redeemed changed the background color. Green and orange for Cote d'Ivoire emoji.
Sure thing. Love a bit of Cote d'Ivoire love. Yaya Toure, shout out to him. Oh my days. Are you referring to me saying Paris should score first? Well, I stand by it. I stand by it. My goodness. JT murdered a man? Yes, he did. And the absence of evidence isn't relevant here because we saw evidence. Hello, Rubio2. The stream's staying alive. Monson says, I am here, mouth agape. I am also here, mouth agape. Damn. Lorenzo says, Yamoussoukro is the capital, by the way. Didn't he used to play for Borussia Dortmund? Or am I tripping? I swear that guy used to play for Borussia Dortmund. Ball playing there for Saxon Prickett was forward, I think. Todd Smith has ruled it forward, and Jackson Purdue comes in to encourage his Cowboys teammates. Another little win there for North Queensland. Let's see. Oh, I don't know if it was. I don't know if it was on the replay. I thought it was forward live, so I can't really criticize the call too much. But on that replay, I don't know. Humphries is apparently looking at representing England. Yeah, not a big fan of it, unfortunately. But Doug says, Bayval Bay reference by Legman. Absolutely. And you'll notice I said Bayval Bay, not BVB. Because I know. I'm a knower of ball. I've got ball knowledge. I've been to the Signal Iduna Park. All right. This has been one of the games I've ever seen. It really has. I'm struggling in my mind to figure out which game I'm watching to commentate and which game I'm watching not to commentate. I nearly just said kick there from Taron Aiken. But no, of course. Anyway. So tackle there is Braden Burns, who does lurch forward in the tackle. Tamalola with it. This will be the fourth. So they're now within 20. Striking range here. They're in the Westpac red zone. Maani gets it on to find Leaguie. And they get a vital 6 more there. That was going to be the last. That is a really important moment there. For the line, very, very close. There is Drinkwater. Marnie is going to go himself. And I think he's got it. I think Reed Marnie has got it. And Todd Smith agrees. He is lucky. Todd Hunter is not around. He's able to award that try.
Come on the Cowboys. Come on the Cowboys.
Egg says, okay, but just don't say you support Bayern München now. I have been to a Bayern München game. But no. There are a number of different Bundesliga teams that I like. And the one thing that they all have in common is that they are not Bayern München. It's going to be very difficult to overturn that one. I think he's got it. Yeah, Reed Marnie, you'd have to say. Build Reader statue. It's a great start from Parramatta, but North Queensland going down the other end. And important from Drinkwater to clear the ruck, to run straight through. Otherwise, it would have been a burrowing penalty. Yeah, he's got them. How are the Cowboys the team to score first after all of that? Because that's exactly what this game has been like. Uh-oh, Broncos are through. Tamika Upton. Yep, she scored. Bollocks. Right underneath the sticks as well. Ah. Would you rather Roosters win the grand final this year and the following 3 seasons win the spoon, or make the grand final for the next 4 years but lose? Make the grand final for the next 4 years but lose every grand final? No, I'm taking you win the premiership and then you win the spoon 3 times. That's completely fine. You gotta win premierships. That's all that matters. My heart is breaking for Para after all that work. It really is. It really is. But North Queensland, they've been a very good team this year. A very good team this year. You, Watson, should theoretically, although you're probably giving hope away, you should want North Queensland to lose this. And let's Canberra stay in touch. So you chose the Broncos pathway. Yes. I would much rather the Broncos pathway than the Storm pathway in recent years. Not the Storm are going to make the grand final this year, but yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, so they're up to the 20 here already, North Queensland. We've had 12 minutes gone. Run there from Hylam Lukey. What's the matter, Parramatta, says Lockie. What's the Parramatta? Just adding a little bit of spice, bit of culture on that. Not to cause alarm or anything, but the Broncos are winning in the NRLW, and that's sad. This is not good. It's just, like, morally speaking, that's not the outcome that Jesus would have wanted. Knock on there, North Queensland. Right. Did not think I'd be invoking the Lord's name in that, but here we are. Win for my uncle, not just for the Raiders. For Parramatta, you mean? I think you did say your uncle was an Eels fan earlier. I just kind of forgot. You look like Matt Cowie. Well, I don't know who that is, but I'm about to Google who that is. Because I think I have a very generic face. So he must have a very generic face. Matt Cowie. What? Apparently there's a lot of different people named Matt Cowie. Apparently none of them are particularly famous. So who is Matt Cowie? Nice attack here from Parramatta. This is the last. They dropped Sam Rani underneath. It was an incisive run. De Silva finds Moses, who's going to put boot to ball. Aimed to try and find Brian Kelly, who does catch it. Puts a second kick in. Twiddle's there. And if he's onside, it's a Parramatta try. The celebration goes up. And Todd Smith confirms it. Para hit back.
They're running up so thick and strong and kicking up the heels. If you want to see how football's played, then come and see the Eels.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Up a tridle. That's what that is. That's what that is. That's nice from you, Hasman. Good catch from Kelly, and he's had some really good moments this season, and that is one of them. That is one of them. Matt Cowie is from Castle Hill. He sells guitar amplifier covers. Okay. I am not surprised that I didn't know who that was, in fairness. But anyway. He's done a 2 celebration. I don't know why. He's only scored 1 so far. Is he preempting the second? The fact that you remembered I'd said my uncle follows Para is cool of you, man. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. I did low-key kind of forget a little bit. And you very much set it up for me on a plate. But I'm glad it made you happy. I try. I'm generally, I think, not good at remembering things like that. But I do my best. Moses to level us up. Call me crazy, as the ball hit the ground during Kelly's kick before he kicked it. Even if it did, it's the Billy Slater rule. That's technically a drop kick, and then it's okay. Moses does convert. 6 points apiece. 6 points apiece. And the 3 Parramatta Eels fans who are out there go up in raptures. Unfortunately, Roosters and NRLWT have just been denied a try by the bunker, and I now do believe that there is corruption and match fixing in our game. Just within the NRLW, though. Big NRLW, classic corporate influence. Classic corporate influence. I'm going to change the background color back to just green, but this has been frustrating me. I swear there's a sweet or a lolly or something that has that color scheme, and I can't put my finger on it, and it's pissing me off. They've got a good memory for ball knowledge. I will say this. So, this was in the first Herbie movie, The Love Bug. There's a character in it. What's her name? Can't remember her name. Anyway, that won't matter. But she says, I'm very bad at remembering names and faces, but I never forget a car. She's a car salesman. Woman. So, yeah, I'm very bad with names and faces, but I never forget a car. I'm like that with footy teams. I am terrible at names and faces, but I will remember what footy team you support. There are people who I've met in my time at uni where, like, I don't remember their name, but, like, oh, yeah, it was that one South supporter. Because it came up in conversation. So, yeah. It's Snakes Alive, but the pack's been left in the car too long. That I like. That I like. I might be thinking of a European art lolly. So, that's the issue there. All right, North Queensland coming out of their end of the field here. Good physical defense here from Parramatta, though. On the second, Burns is going to play, and he's gone well off the mark again here. He did it earlier, and Todd Smith let it go. He's not let it go that time. Thoughts on Macca's? Not the biggest Mackie D's enthusiast. Although in France, they call it Le McDo, and I love that. So I call it Le McDo. Do you think Moses will go to PNG? I don't know if it's been suggested to me, but it would make a little bit of sense. Is the contract's going to line up? Kick from Marnie, but caught on the full there by Arpa, who does get the ball out to Josh Adokar. They wanted it to be a forward pass there, North Queensland. Fox does well not to go over the touchline. They're still trying to get him over there, but he does manage to find the ground. I hate both of these teams. This sucks. Why would you hate these teams? Knock on Adokar. He's saying he stripped it. It's a bit of a half-hearted appeal. Yeah, he's saying challenge. He's saying challenge. Josh Adokar is confident here. A winger putting in a captain's challenge. Greg Alexander won't like it. Yeah, they'll win that. They'll win that. One look is all it took. Successful. Isn't one of the sour worms orange and green? Could be. It's probably that, yes, because it's a combination, isn't it? It starts green and then becomes orange, if I'm thinking of the same thing. The fact that French McDonald's will give you a £quarter-pounder meal with beer if you say Pulp Fiction is just first class too. Le Royale with cheese. Good challenge. That it well and truly was. I don't think they give you a beer though at Mackie D's in France. I've been to several French Mackie D's in my time. I don't know if they serve up beer. Then again, I've never gone out of my way to buy a beer at a French Mackie D's, so at a French Le McDo. Alright, Kitiona Katonga hitting it up. So it's De Silva in a dummy half. Goes to the short side, the Twiddle. Nice play there. Potentially some high contact, but it wasn't forceful. De Silva on the fourth finds Volkman. Digs it to the line. He's just going to take the tackle himself. No, he gets an offload away to find De Silva. Now Moses with it. Underneath Jackie Williams. Hits it up. One more to go here in this set. Eels looking to take the lead for the first time in this game. They do. It's a thing of Heineken. There we go. Over the top. It's been knocked back. Sorry, on there. Oh, by North Queensland. And the mother of all dummies has been thrown by Ronnie Volks. Try time para.
They're running up, so think you're strong and kicking up the heels. If you want to see how football's played, then come and see the Eels.
This dummy was absolutely filthy. They need to rewrite the Geneva Convention in order to prohibit all future incarnations of that dummy. Because that was just filthy. That was a war crime. It's either back off para or forwards of North Queensland. And oh my god. Sold up the river, Braden Burns. That was glorious. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. That's very hot. Good try, Ronnie Volks. Para take the lead. I like them so far in this game. I do. I've got to be honest, I do. Who are you going for? Parramatta. I'm going for Parramatta. Ah, god damn it. Chelsea Leaguie's just scored for the Brisbane Broncos. That's tragic. It's corruption. It's corruption. End the stream. End the stream. Did Leaguie swear? I swear down, if you come in here chirping and stuff about your Pookie League scoring tries, ban. I'ma ban you. Well, time you out. Won't ban you. Mean too much to me. But I will time you out. Without question. Right through Keely. Right through Keely Nutzer. Damn. Chelsea led a Pookie? Yeah. Yeah. Para so close to winning so many games this season. He's hoping they do win it. Yeah, I mean, last week you can look at as a prime example. The signs are there, but they did this at the end of last season as well. They were really, really competitive in games and didn't tend to get the job done. And it was like, okay, yeah, maybe then next season they'll be better. Nope. 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 Did Leaguie swear? Nope. 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 Not having it. It's going to be a penalty Parramatta then. I don't know if you were in the chat when I gave my very, very, very clear warning, but unfortunately, action has to be taken here. Action has to be taken here. Time out. Time out. Not having it. It's actually false information that Leonard Uzi has scored a try. It's AI generation. Are we gonna call that Harlem Lukey? Are we gonna have a yellow line situation? That's what this game needs. Bin. Hell yeah! Harlem Lukey 10 in the bin. Holy guacamole! What a 20 minutes! God forbid those Arkham streams when bro was just saying things. Me? I mean, as opposed to now, do I not just go on stream and just say things? I feel that's exactly what I do. Holy, okay. Well, this game is on now. For Parramatta, if they can be leading, you'd want at least 16-6 when Lukey comes back on the field. What a win. What a win. The Silver finds Katonga. I want to call rigged, dang it. Yeah, but no. Corruption only happens when it's against my own particular team. So... there was a different guy in the NRL Discord server who was a Dragons fan who I was debating, and it was hilarious. He was alleging corruption, and he went all over the place. He spoke about the NRL wanting small teams to be successful, but not all small teams, because some small teams are badly run, and that's why the bunker don't make calls against those small teams. But also just judiciary. Like every time I pinned him down, De Silva scored, by the way, just quietly. De Silva scored. Every time I pinned him down, he'd go on to a different thing. But it was hilarious. Every example that he had is Dragons fan. Just happened to be a Dragons player who he felt was wronged. Every single time. So, yeah, corruption only against his team. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Bin dance party. Yellow square emoji. Yellow square emoji. Yellow square emoji. Yellow square emoji. Green square emoji. Yellow square emoji.
You love it. You love it. You love it. Talon De Silva with a try, and it's an important one. Try is confirmed now. They lead by 8. Kick to come. Parramatta are cooking. The Eels are electric. Para playing like 2024 Storm? You mean like a team that doesn't go on to win the premiership? Hey, Leaguie, someone just redeemed a thing.
It's underscore Hasman just redeemed. Change the background color.
Okay.
Yellow and blue. Whether it's for Cowboys or Eels is entirely up to you.
I mean, only one team is currently winning this game, and I'm nothing if not a bandwagoner. So, 14-6 it remains. Moses has unfortunately missed that kick. You know what? We're going to do it the other way around. We're going to do blue at the top, and then, yeah, yellow there. I swear, I recenter the camera, and then every single time it looks more and more off-center. There's my washing rack there, by the way. And you can see, but like, my lights are down. Like, they've come down from the roof, but it's intentional, because it kind of makes it look more balanced. Am I... It's like being moving or something. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. They just need the rest on their side, though. Joking, but maybe I'm not. Maybe. No, definitely not. Oh my god, Isabel Kelly has just taken a headband out, or a ponytail. Looked like a Nordic goddess. Just the flowing hair. Where are you from? Kazakhstan. No, I'm not from Kazakhstan. I'm Australian. I'm half Mauritian. I grew up in the Netherlands. That's the highs and lows of that situation. Where are you from? Kelly's come off the field. Oh no, we might be cooked. The Leaguie should go back to the dark side. Nah, bro, I like the colours too much. Played there by Pensini. De Silva finds Paulo, who they still can't pronounce his name correctly. I'm not necessarily saying I pronounce it perfectly, but Junior Barlow. Would you play for Mauritius if they had a team? Yes. I would rather, like, coach or something, but yes, I would. Alright, run there from Braden Burns, he's looking more solid than I've known him to look before. Very solid, Braden Burns. Plays it. Every single time he runs the ball, feels like something's happening. 6 again, halfway through that set. That's poor. That's poor from Parramatta. I said 66 when Lukey comes back onto the field. Still got a heap of time left in that period, but it's only 14. They want to do something else. Not Mauritanian, Mauritian, correct. Yes. It's Junior Paul Blart Morcop. Okay, that's an interesting pronunciation. I haven't known that to be exactly what he said, but yes. Specifically. Purdue finds Tommy McKaylee. You know what? I'd like to see Tom McKaylee score a try today. It's that kind of game. Purdue goes to kick it, gets tackled as he kicks it, ragdolled. It just all went wrong. But I feel that this is the kind of game where big Tommy McKaylee would get his first try. I reckon. God damn, this NRLW game is really going the Broncos' way. They're about to kick for a 14-4 lead, probably. Unless they don't back themselves to kick it from there. Yeah. God, that's annoying. Anyway. So, De Silva in a dummy half, gets to find Moses. Goes through himself. He threw a bit of a dummy. Oh, and hit over the top. Yeah, taking a bit of exception to that, Jack Williams has. Moses stays down. I think this is fair. I think he was absolutely taken high. Will play it. Todd Smith isn't having a bar of it. He's waiting here. Mitch Moses. Bit of gamesmanship. De Silva does find Volkman. Puts it high up in the air. The chase is big from Kelly. But a good catch there from... Is that Chester? Is that Tommy? No, it's not. It's just Drinkwater. He has longer hair than usual. Anyway. I unironically missed your warning before because I just finished eating dinner, but I'm flattered that I mean too much for you to ban me. Yes, of course. Of course. Only one person keeps me in check the way you do, obviously. What happened to that Roosters 100-0 win? Never happened, actually. Because it was actually 92 points to 4. So you're wrong about that. I think you need to do some soul searching. I understand you're lashing out because your team's currently losing by 8 points to literal Parramatta. But that doesn't mean that you are no longer accountable for the words that you say. And the words you say do have an impact. And I'm going to probably go eat now uncontrollably for several hours. Southwell has kicked it, of course. He's bloody kicked it! And they lead by 10 at halftime. I'm so fine. I'm so fine. I'm chilling. It's you know what? We're zen. We're perfect. I'm not worried. I'm so confident. Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. We're good. It's fine. Yep. I'm watching them celebrate, and I'm not happy about that situation. But, like, it's fine. It's fine. Just fine. Penalty there, North Queensland. Upper Twilight is 2 tries away from being the best try scorer of all time. We're talking about ratio, right? 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 For any Roosters fans in this stream, I would like to publicly apologize because whenever I tell the Leaguie Isabel Kelly's my favorite player, she goes off the field. It's my fault and I'm deeply sorry. That is actually, that's literally true. That has happened, hasn't it? Even in this game. Okay, played there by Tommy McKaylee. Marnie gets it to find Drinkwater. Purdue, they've got numbers. They don't find the numbers out there, though. Very good tackle there from Jordan Samrani on the lock forward, Ruben Cotter. Hess will score, surely. Unless he's being held up. He does eventually get back around. Harrison Edwards is saying no. It's gone up as a try, which would be a brilliant result for them if they score this with a man down. Bunker will take a look.
Come on, the Cowboys. Come on, the Cowboys.
I would find it difficult to believe that Hess hasn't got this down at some point. He did roll over. I would think so. It's up, it's up, it's up, it's up, it's up, it's up. But then he does this little roll as well. No, I don't think you can see the ball's on the ground there. I think this is a tremendous effort from Harrison Edwards. I think you can absolutely overturn that. Andrew Voss is saying you can't. I think you can absolutely overturn that. Are you sure it's a try for the Cowboys? No, I don't think it is. There are 5 players in Premiership history averaging 2 tries per game. So if he scores more than 2, he'll be averaging 2.5. Charlie Says briefly held this record outright. Well, he scored like 4 in his first game, didn't he? I think there is enough evidence there that the ball hasn't got to the ground. What an effort from Harrison Edwards. No try. No try.
There's got to be an investigation into this. There's got to be, someone's got to be accountable for this.
They do still have possession here, though, North Queensland. Marnie finds Michele. It'd be Michaele, wouldn't it? Michele. No, Voss is right. It should never be questioned. Sure thing, buddy. Sure thing. One more to go here in the set. Poju puts a kick behind. Twiddle is there. He's dropped it. Jeez, and he's really frustrated with himself, Arpa. But anyway, 14-6, drop out to Cub. Oh, I'm feeling tired. Probably because, as well, Roosters' neural work team are losing this game of rugby league football. I was up until about 3 in the morning yesterday, putting in graduate program applications at banks. And there was a test that Westpac wanted me to do. No, I'm going to talk about it at halftime because I could talk about it for a solid 10 minutes. It was insane. Anyway, whatever. If any Westpac recruiters are watching, I thought it was a brilliant part of the recruitment process. Very, very understandable why you would make me do it. And I certainly would not criticize the company or the graduate program or the recruitment strategy in any way, shape, or form. All right. 14-6 it is. North Queensland still with a man in the bin. They're halfway through a set here. About 20 meters out. Marnie does go to the left-hand side to find Clifford. Now Drinkwater. Nice ball there out to find Lay, but tackled by Pensini and Kelly. No relation to Isabelli. Marnie. There finds Clifford now in the hands of Purdue. They've got numbers out wide. Fox is forced to turn around. He won't be able to stop Big Braden Burns.
Come on, the Cowboys. Come on, the Cowboys.
Hello, Reckless Ollie. Good to see you. Eels are going to make the top 8. I don't think that's possible. But sure. It's pretty incredible that with a man down, you're still finding an overlap on the outside. That's pretty unforgivable, to be honest. That's pretty unforgivable. Who has been? Leaguie. Damn. Danny says, come back home, Forbes Ferrari. Well, it's interesting you say that, actually. So, he is playing for the Catalan Dragons, and I saw a reel this morning posted by the Catalan Dragons where in the caption they refer to him as the Forbes Ferrari. And I'm like, okay, interesting. Because obviously that was his name, nickname here in Australia, but ain't no Frenchy faces know what the ever-living bollocks Forbes is. I didn't know where Forbes was until Charlie Sane started doing his thing. So, it's weird that he's retained that nickname. Like, I don't know. Cowboys try still holding. Well, it's being confirmed, yeah. Kick from Scotland. Drinkwater does convert that one. So it's a 2-point ball game. Good sin bin period for North Queensland. They survived very nicely there. Is it just me, or is Braden Burns chonkier than before? I think he's in a good way. I think he is chonkier than before. Did Leaguie swear just swore? Just saying. Well, we need someone called Did Leaguie swear? Did Leaguie swear? That's what we need. Did Leaguie swear? But she does that a lot. Very, very foul mouth, in my opinion. Probably should be timed out again, personally. But not banned, because she means too much to me, evidently. Sorry, forgive me. I'm a little bit rattled. I just saw Daddy John Strange in the sheds. Oh, hell yes. All right, played here by Cohen Hess. Marnie, 8.5 minutes to go in this first half. They're on the second here, tackled by Williams, Kotonga, and Da Silva. Too much did you'll alert Dragons fan is very funny for yourself. I love that. I remember last time these two teams met, there was the 3-point field goal. That is true, there was. So many people got that rule wrong. And then so many media after the game disingenuously continued to pretend like they didn't know what the rule was so that they could have a go at the referees. Crazy times. Crazy times. Amazing. Oh, well, what if, potentially the ball had not gone through the sticks and had gone off the post and then the other team can go the length of the field? Nope, not how it works. Literally. Oh, Ollie, I wasn't actually going to time her out. I was joking. I'm gonna... yeah, that was brutal. I'm gonna reverse the timeout. Funny, though. Funny stuff, but you know. You know. We've had this background now for a very, very long time. All right. Hasman, you sent a message in the Twitch chat. I got flagged. Quote from me: "I'd love to see Tom McKaylee score a try. Is that kind of gay? Elaborate." No, I said, "I'd love to see Tom McKaylee score a try. It's that kind of game. It's that kind of game." Reckless Ollie says, "I only did for 1 minute. I reckon you extended it." I banned for 10 seconds, so probably not. Hell yes. We've got Did Leaguie Swear saying hi. Hell yes. New addition to the Leaguie Cinematic Universe, the LCU. Love it. Alright. Kick from Jacques Clifford, which is what they would call him in France. Forbes Ferrari says Forbes Ferrari, but he'd be Jacques Clifford over there. Mario says, accidentally screenshotted my more successful friend's story. Kill me. That's devastating. That's devastating. Alright, played there by Kelly. Now in the hands of Penzini, up to the 40. With 6 minutes left in this first half. 14-12, I think, would be a pretty decent reflection of how the game has gone. Para maybe been slightly deserving of a marginally bigger lead, but nothing really to write home about, so, yeah. Now we need a did Leaguie swear. Well, you guys know what to do. You guys know what to do. Did Leaguie swear says that's 2 accounts made based on my existence. Well, I mean, in a way, your account is based on my existence. Penzini for the corner. Is he going to get there? No. Forget it. It didn't get there. So really, it's all of this. It's all about me. No, I'm kidding. You absolutely deserve credit for it. It's very funny. I'm not bothering with this. Penzini's definitely over the touchline. I have respect for Forbes despite it being a town in New South Wales. The day I had breakfast there, it was good, even though I threw up later that day in Adelaide. But see, no, I don't think you can blame the New South Wales town for you throwing up in Adelaide. I think the reason why probably you threw up in Adelaide was just because you happened to be in South Australia. There's a direct correlation between people being in South Australia and just physically retching, and I think that's probably what it was down to there. Like, you have like 40 accounts based on you. That's not fair. That's also true. Yes, I was quoting Breaking Bad, did Leaguie swear. I only said it to quote Breaking Bad. It's not about me. It was worth pinning the ears back for Penzini, but Leibert's just done brilliantly with the low tackle. Yeah, oh, just about the knees in touch. It wasn't a heap in it, but yeah, it was in touch. You can always blame New South Wales. As a Queensland expat, I have authority on that matter. Yes, but you see, as a Queenslander, which is what you are, you do not have any authority over a New South Welshman in the year of our Lord 2026, because last I checked, you got cooked by a loss. You got cooked by a Laurie. Laurie Daly. Laurie Longinus Daly. And that's true. His real name is Longinus. Don't look it up. Just trust me. Amazing. Amazing. Laurie Longinus Meredith Daly cooked your entire state. And I supported him every step of the way and had every faith that he was going to be able to see it through, for sure. All right, played there by Drinky, now in the hands of Cohen Hess. Gets it now to Reed Marty on the last, who does put a kick in. Doesn't find his halves. Twiddle to return this kick. Excuse me. Longinus, where is my Louis with my Longinus? I don't know what that is in a reference to. In a way, if I was a more hardline Catholic, one of my middle names would be Longinus. Because my patron saint that I picked was Longinus when I was doing religious education. Sole reason why I picked him, I was like, I'm going to find the most homosexual sounding Saint name I possibly can, and Longinus was the play. I was like, I think the main reason why was because there's a character in Modern Family called Longinus, who's just absolute raving homosexual. So I think that influenced my thinking at the time. I really hope God has a sense of humor. So, what would be your NRL dream team? 1 to 17 of Arpa Twiddle. Nothing more required. Diddley Swear says, you reminded me, I made a graphic for 6 potential Queensland coaches. One was based on yesterday's stream. Can you guess who they are? Not Bob Guitar. I will guess Cameron Smith. Oh, Roosters have scored. Hell yes. I'll guess Cameron Smith. I will guess Corey Parker. I will guess Ali Brigginshaw. I will guess Owen Paddy, Max Plath, and David Crisafulli. Underneath this one's Upper Twiddle with a catch. He's taken high, though. Twiddle has certainly played into it, but does get the penalty. And immediately, as soon as he heard that whistle, he looked up and smiled. I don't like it. I don't like it, but he was taken high. What a catch there from Isabel Surges, by the way. Great work. Wanted to find Jamie Parker. Not 1 to 17, Rex Bassingthwaite. I mean, Bassingthwaite is certainly up there. I'd maybe be able to find space for him in the extended squad, but yay, Telegraph Hill, my favorite background song that plays. I still want to find time to change the stream music though. David Luiz, I was literally thinking of the David Luiz moment. Arpa Twiddle just did his best David Luiz impersonation, literally. Shout out David Luiz, one of my favorite footballers of all time. I love David Luiz. He's just hilarious. Well, you got one of those correct. Yes, I included Fastman Bombers reserve grade player Cameron Smith in the graphic. I love that. Legman, play the national anthem for good luck. Sure thing, we'll do. Adokar, offload back inside. Samrani does kick it through, but it's been knocked on by Parramatta. That's deserved to play anyway because it's a try to the Roosters NRLW team. I don't know why Jocelyn Kelleher's not kicking. She's definitely a better goal kicker than Taryn Aiken. But anyway. The goals he scored at the bridge, mate. His return from PSG. Scenes. Well, I just, said Taryn Aiken can't kick goals as well as Kelleher. She has converted that one, and it's a 4-point ball game. Do you like rugby league? Interesting question you asked there. I mean, with 44 on the clock, I think it's about time to get into this. I was trying to, do a breakdown in my mind this morning, yeah? This is just as I was getting ready. Having a shower and that. When we talk about rugby league, when we talk about the etymology of that, rugby league, it's got 2 components. It's got the rugby and it's got the league. Do you reckon you're more of an enthusiast of the rugby portion or the league portion? Which do you think is actually the part that you're excited about? Gets you up and about? Are you a rugby person or are you a league person? You can be both, but I want you to pick a side. I think fundamentally, I need to pick the league side of things. Because even though in its own right it can mean a lot of different things, I am the leaguey. I'm not the rugby-gy. You know what I mean? Rugby he doesn't have the ring to it, but leaguey does have the ring to it. So I think I'm a league guy, but rugby, you've narrowed it down there to a specific set of rules and regulations. Where it could be youngin, but it's a 50-50 opportunity. That's the thing. There's a lot more leagues than there are rugby's in the world. So it's a tricky situation. And I truly don't know where I stand on it. That's all he says. For me, I am league 100%. Tiger's a league person. League, because if it's rugby, that means rugby union. Only in the southern hemisphere. In the northern hemisphere, rugby could mean both. So, alright, 14-12 it is. 14-12 it is. I said that I was going to get into this. So, yeah, last night. So, there's a graduate program that's run by Westpac. And I put in an application for it. And I put in the application at like midnight, night before last. Anyway, I got an email saying you've been invited to complete an online module and you haven't completed it within this 48-hour time frame. So can you please complete it as soon as possible? And I was like, well, hang on. It's only been 7 hours since I put in my application. So definitely not. But I'm going to do it anyway. So it was 3 in the morning. And I was like, I'm worried. I'm just going to do this assessment. It said it was going to take 45 minutes. I'm like, I'm really tired, but sure. We'll do it. This is an application to work for a bank, by the way. It was a set of mini games, mental mini games, where like there'd be a grid of squares and you have lots of different shapes like Tetris and you have to fill up the grid using the different shapes. There was one that was basic arithmetic. So you have a number at the bottom of the screen. It will say like 17. And there's bubbles that pop up that will have like 10 plus 7 in it. That will have 2 times 9 minus 1 in it. And you need to click the ones that equal 17, but not click the ones that don't equal 17. There were so many, bro. There was another one about emotional intelligence where it would give you a prompt, like saying, Kira was on her way to the airport because she's going to a holiday destination she always wants to go to. And then you need to click the face that corresponds to the emotion that Kira would be feeling, which for happiness, sure, that can make sense. But here was one. Luke bites into an apple and he sees that there is a worm wriggling around inside the apple. And 2 of the options, these were 2 different options. It's not written out, but it's facial expressions. There was a person who looked like they were scared, frightened, fear, and another person who looked like they were surprised. Personally, I think both very valid reactions to seeing a worm in your apple. And the surprise was like, it was like that, right? Personally, if I saw a worm in my apple, my first reaction would be, it wouldn't be, oh my god, I am terrified. Wow, I am in danger. Fear that there's a worm there. I'd be shocked. So I was really annoyed. This is like 4 in the morning by this point, and I was like, bruv, what do you mean one of these is correct and one's not? And then I would click, I think I clicked the surprised one, and it said, that is the incorrect emotion to this situation. And I'm like, what do you mean it's the incorrect emotion? Why does this matter to apply to work at a bank? I don't know, it was weird. There was another one. This was crazy. It would give you like an email, right, that had been written out that had 20 spelling mistakes in it, and you had like a minute to correctly identify not only the spelling mistakes, but like punctuation mistakes, capitalization mistakes. Sometimes it would have like the and then something. It would repeat the word, which you gloss over. So difficult. Should not have done it that early in the morning, but they scared me into doing so. It's not my fault. Not my fault. Westpac going crazy? Yes, they were. I need to do one as well for Combank as well. But anyway. So it says, sorry, I did a load of 20,000. What for? There was a worm in my apple. And of course, that made me either scared or terrified. Roosters level up in the NRLW. Hell to the Rugby League, yes. The Eastern Suburbs team. Bam! Bam, bam! Hell yes. It was Naividi, the winger turned dummy half. Out of dummy half. Oh, a bit of deception. Love that. Job applications these days. Yeah, I'm learning that. I'm absolutely learning that. I think they meant disgust, not fear. Well, there's fear, disgust, and surprise. Were different things. And you have the photo of a stranger's face, and you have to tell which emotion it's expressing there. Who are the try scorers in the Nurul or the Nurul? In the Nurul, the try scorers are Reed Mahoney, Apatwiddle, Ronald de Volkerman, Brydon Barinas, and Talin Dasilva. In the Nurul, the try scorers are Brady Parker, Tamaka Upton, Chelsea Leonard Dutsitsi, Brady Parker again, and Taina Neither die. I'm really good at pronouncing surnames. I think you might have noticed. I take a lot of care personally in order to do so. It's a sign of respect for me personally. I think that a lot of the commentators do need to. They've got better at it, but they still need to do a bit of improvement. What you got? Weird ass Nurofen ad. Anyway, yeah. Highly doubt other jobs are like that for applications. Surely, I think they might be. I know for a fact that CommBank has also invited me to do an online assessment of a similar style, so. They may do an IQ test. I unfortunately wasn't able to figure out how to type in IQ test. That's how unintelligent I am. Wasn't very good. Sorry, it's not my finest work. Ah, my back. It's 6:25 already, bruv. I feel like I just woke up. Locked in. I hate that I hear CommBank and think of the stadium before the actual banking corporation. Yeah. Yeah. Should I show you the CV I put together? I was quite proud of it. I'm thinking, is there a problem with me? No, there is. Sorry, there is a problem with me showing you the CV. There is a problem with me showing you the CV. It's got Matty the Waterboy's number on it. I can't show you the CV. Not putting Matty the Waterboy's number up on YouTube. Anyway, it's very much Leaguie style. And it's got a picture of me in the green suit in it, which is, I know, not the most professional, right? I do have professional photos taken and all that, LinkedIn, but a point of difference, so. Yeah, it's me in the Buy-Around Studios from the debate with Fred. Leaguie, Tamworth City struggling. Oh no, we lost $1 million to a guy who didn't know the motion someone would feel if the sun blew up. Would you like to purchase a 49% stake in the club? How much is that going to set me back? I mean, I happily will. Does Isabel Kelly need a new hair tie? She took it out earlier. Oh yeah, she's let it go again. You know what I mean when I say it looks like a Nordic goddess when she's got the hair down like that. Damn. Looks like a Valkyrie. I would follow that into battle. I'm just saying. Why the hell does your CV have Matty the Waterboy's number on it? Because my work experience of the last 3 years has been YouTube. And I'm a one-man operation. I don't have a reference. I don't have anyone that I answer to. And the person that the group that I've worked with the most is Bloke in a Bar. And I'm not going to put Denon's number on it. I think Denon's got better stuff to do with his time. So I bothered Matty with it as a character reference. Isabel Harlan Kelly. Literally, yes, that's what it was. I still remember in a group assessment for the ADF, one bloke legitimately answered PlayStation to the question, what would be your preferred branch and why? That's crazy. Well, I saw... So, Westpac put this video together, right? There's this British lady who's like head of comms. And she's talking about what to put on a CV. And she was like, as well as work experience, we want to know about you. We want to hear about your hobbies. We want to hear about the things that make you you. So whether it's interests, whether it's sports, even gaming. She said this in the video. Even gaming. Bruv. What? Gaming? Game? You think I put it on my CV? Ah, yeah. Literally every night, I sit on my bed for 2 hours and play the Spider-Man PS4 game. Yeah, now that's going to be employable. Oh, yeah, I've completed the Warcraft 3 campaign 3 times. Yeah, that's very employable. Should I tell them about my 2K17 player career mode? Because that's going so well. I've won a Drivers' Championship for Mercedes in F124. You reckon they might want to know about that? Because that's employability. That's transferable skills. They absolutely want to hear about that, that's for sure. I don't know, it's so weird. Anyway, I really hope none of the recruiters see this. They're going to be reviewing applications today, and I do have many like things that show that I'm doing live streaming in my CV, in my cover letter, and I've said the name of the channel. So if any of them are watching right now, big up you, man. As I say, gaming's a brilliant idea to put on a CV. Please give me a job. I will. If anyone in the chat working for Westpac's graduate program right now is willing to give me a job, I will do a free Pepsi Max sip. And I haven't got much left, so that's a really big sacrifice. I think you need to know just how much that would mean, like, spiritually to me. So I'm just putting that out there. Are Bonkos about to get a player set to the bin? Are they? Are they? Come on. Let me hear it. Yes! Have that, you Queensland Wakers! Come on. That's not a swear word, by the way. That's not a swear word, by the way. Brianna Clark. Bin sin. Sin bin.
Oh, what about that? Send him off! Send the drifting ace off! Get him off the field!
Lorenzo Galvon just redeemed Pepsi Max Sip.
That was absolute diabolical!
Of course, it's getting her off the field. But Pepsi Max Sip it is. I've just had an interesting thought. Sorry, this calls back to what we were talking about in the last game at halftime. And I think I know the answer to this, but I'm just going to ask it anyway because I've never thought about it. We're obviously talking about biological men identifying as women and playing in women's sports. Would you allow, if they were good enough, if Surges scores a try straight away or actually so good? Oh, I love Jess Surges. I love Jess Surges. Tommy Talau, if you're watching, not like that, but I love Jess Surges. Would you allow a biological woman who identifies as a man to play in the NRL if they were good enough? I think the answer would be yes. Right? Would you? Maybe not. Yes is the answer? Sure. But we're not applying it the other way. I mean, obviously, it's nothing but a hypothetical. And I understand why we wouldn't be applying it the other way. I get that completely. But it is a double standard, then. It just might not be a bad one. Did Leaguie swear says, I'm counting it as a swear word because you used it specifically against my team. You looking heaps time-outable right now. I was gonna make a comment there, but it's out of pocket. No, I can't say that. I can't say that. I don't know you well enough to say that. Anyway, you're looking heaps time-outable right now. Mario says yes, but that plays into sexism. We assume the trans man won't do much. I think that's what I mean when I say, like, I understand why there's double standard, but it would be a double standard. If that was true, Tara Nakin would already be Sammy's clone. I mean, Haas pairing of Sammy Walker and Tara Nakin would go very hard. Trans men aren't allowed if they're on hormones in most sports codes. Does the opposite apply? What was the bin for? I do not know. I've not been watching with commentary, so I'm honestly not confident. To answer your question, no, because Wayne Bennett would complain, but he complains about everything now. He complains about absolutely everything now. He actually timed out, did Leaguie swear? Sorry. Locked in. We're so locked in. We are so locked in right now. We're focused. We're all good. Locked in. Tara Nakin should be binned for that kick attempt. I think you should be binned for being salty that Tara Nakin left the Brisbane Broncos and won premiership with us. A premiership. Should have won two. Should have won two. All right. 14 points to 12. We're about to get underway for half number 2. Testosterone is technically performance enhancing, so that's why they wouldn't be allowed. Okay, that's a nice tangible biological reason to apply the double standard rather than the social reason. I like that. I like that. Clark's bin was high contact with the shoulder. There we go. Egg, I have not seen, quote, that EDP documentary. I know who he is. I don't care about him enough to watch a documentary about him, though. Certainly, you know, there are a number of qualities about him that I didn't like. Absolute top 3, bottom 3, no matter whichever way you want to put it. Worst quality was definitely the noncery. Not something I'm overly keen on, generally speaking. But anyway. All right, over the halfway line here are North Queensland. It's interesting, isn't it? Like James Graham, he says Queensland, which is definitely not the right way to say it. It's not Queensland. It's Queensland. But then we say England and Scotland and Ireland. We don't say England, Scotland, Ireland. So why do we say Queensland? Coincidence? I think not. Checkmate, Liberals. Twiddle hitting it up out of his own 20 there. We get a shot of big chatty daddy Toddy Payton up there, safe in the coach's box. This is the thing. that I respect so much about Todd Smith. With Tanika Todd Hunter, Eels NRLW player, out there literally on the prowl right now. Todd Smith, you know, a Todd of some note, is putting himself out there, you know, very, very killable right now. Todd Payton is up in a glass box. He's safe and sound. Todd Smith putting himself on the line, and I respect that. I do respect that, and I'm not letting that joke go. Run here from Amari Talangi, France bound. Anyways, I'm only going to be able to chat sporadically. I'm working on dress patterning. That's all right. Have fun with the dress patterning. He better not throw stones out there. He better not. Then Tanika will know exactly where he is. We'll give away the location to the Todd Hunter. Because it's the Queen's land. That does actually make a lot of sense. That I was gonna try and argue against that, but that's perfectly consistent. Because it's not England. No, well, no, okay, no. It doesn't really work, does it? Because Scotland is the land of the Scots. I guess, like, maybe you would call it Scotsland, but no, it's the land that is Scot. It's the Scotland. Amber Hall scored a rugby league try. Amber Hall scored a rugby league try. Hell yes, Roosters are gonna win this game. Oh, I'm so gassed. Play it. And Parra have scored. The two teams that I want to win these two games of rugby league football are in.
They're running up so thick and strong and kicking up the heels. If you want to see how football's played, then come and see the Eels.
It was a knock on there from Johnny Bateman. Speaking of England, speaking of Rule Britannia, and they go the short side. Volkman, it was wonderful kicking behind, chased by the Fox. Josh Adokar, bang, 18-12 kick to come. From the NRLW perspective, Roosters up 22 points to 14. Kick is to come. 16 minutes left in this game, or 17 actually. But still in the bin. Who was the Broncos player who got sent to the bin? It was the front rower. I forget her name. Brianna Clark. It was actually kind of hilarious, the replay of that NRLW try, if anyone's watching. You just see Taranaker's face light up as Amber Hall goes to ground it. Anyway, Scotland should technically be Pictland, really, the land of the Pict tribes. Well, there we go. Interesting. Pictland would be a nice name for a country. That both Moses and Kelleher kicked that on my screen at the exact same moment. Moses misses. Kelleher gets it. Don't know why Kelleher's now kicking again, but anyway. Bateman will bring so much good to Bradford next year that NRLXB goes far. It's true. Yes. Certainly is true. They've made some okay signings, the Bradford Bulls. And I believe... Is he a former Bradford Bull? I feel like he played for Bradford, then went to Wigan. And then Raiders, then Tigers, then Warrington, then North Queensland. Or is it Raiders, then Warrington, then Tigers, then North Queensland? Does this mean Kelleher's better than Moses? I mean... The stats don't lie. Goals kicked in the last 30 seconds. Jocelyn Kelleher 1, Mitch Moses none. Just putting that out there. Okay, so 18-12 it is. 35 minutes left to go in this game. I'm going to be real. I'm definitely going to stream the next game. I'm up to it. But mentally speaking, the thought of having an entire other game after this, that's a lot of rugby league. That's a lot. I'm a sit back and defrost after this one's done, folks. I'm a sit back and defrost. Lorenzo says, Rooster, woman. I want to be a Roosters fan. Nice, I like that. Why didn't Apatoido score? He's just waiting. Calm yourself. Calma. Patience, please. Un poquito de patience. Kick from Moses. Hits it long, hits it true, hits it hard, and underneath it is going to be Muzz with a good catch. Good catch from Muzz. Moses is washed. He did literally win State of Origin earlier this year, but sure, we'll go with that. We'll go with that for sure. Nice. Paul Vaughan is holding 256 of 260 NRL caps in the York Knights forward pack. Are the others, this would be some ball knowledge, are the other 4 all Xavier Va'a? 4 would be the upper level of how many I think Va'a would have had. But yes. Netherlands is a land of the nether. It is. It is. And believe me, when I was a kid, a Minecraft-obsessed child, I was like, oh my god, wait. That was one of the great realizations I ever had in my life, that I lived in the Netherlands. That was like the coolest thing. I was like, the nether, bruv, that's you know, ghasts and stuff like that. Where are the ghasts? Fox! He's through! He's got speed, he's got space. Is he going to kick? He is, and it's terrible. He does come up with it, but he's knocked it on. Broncos have scored a try. They have it on my screen, but you guys are talking about it. That's devastating. I'm just waiting to watch it happen. I'm several tackles behind. I am a long way behind. Oh, my days. Upton, yeah, now they score. That's unfortunate there for Fox. Canberra reference in the commentary, by the way. I like that. Hello, Sir George Dragons fan. Going good. Excuse me. No, he has 2, I think, and another is a fullback. My mistake. I wonder who that fullback is. I mean, if he's played at a role, I would know him. My nigga says, you know what's crazy is how the Leaguie has more subs than True Blue Entertainment. Do I? That's pretty funny. I mean, I am a YouTuber. They're not YouTubers. But yeah. That is pretty funny. What would Ashley Klein think of this? I don't know. I have no genuine or comedic answer to that question. 6 more there for Naquild. Poland is the land of the Poles. It's true. So stripper Poland is the land of the stripper Poles. Yes. I don't know why you couldn't finish that off. That's a perfectly sensible thing to say. That work is legitimate work. All right, Marnie's in a dummy half. Finds Purdue. Another set restart. Stepping around the middle. Oh, that's brilliant from Jackson Purdue. And we're about to be level. Jackson Purdue. Hell yes, that is him at his very best.
Come on, the Cowboys. Come on, the Cowboys.
That was pretty impressive. That was pretty impressive. Stepping around the middle, and it's about to be 18 apiece. What do you think about Ashley Klein's interference on Stephen Crichton last night? Very hard to avoid, unfortunately. I think Crichton milked it. I don't think he milked it as much as I've seen a lot of people saying, but he did milk it. So, yeah. Lily says, can we see you do the Rooster Man dance? I know you can do it. You're in one of the vids. I've been in a number of the vids. It's 4 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3 of these ones underneath. 1, 2, 3. And then like that. Then that. Then that. Then that. I don't know. I guess Hainsey came up with it. It's a complicated dance. But anyway, it works. I haven't seen the first half. Is Parra playing good? Parra is playing good. Parra is playing very good. Kick from Drinky from right in front, and we are level up. 18 points apiece. You think that pretty much does reflect the balance of play in this game. 30 to go here. NRLW, by the way, is 24-20, 11.5 on the clock. This both games well and truly alive here. Alrighty. So Purdue is, obviously had his criticisms playing in the halfback spot, but that was a wonderful moment from him individually. Oh, the Roosters scored an NRLW try. Absolute Bridie Parker. Have that, did League, you swear. Get that up, yeah. Cinema. Absolute cinematic event. Absolute Bridie Parker. Has that gone out on the full? Has that gone out on the full? It's gone out on the floor. Bollocks. Bollocks. Penalty knuckled. Damn. Burnsy, what field presence? All right. Stop. No need for the glaze, brother. He's doing his job. He's doing his job. He's doing nothing more. He's doing nothing less. I want it to be known that I personally am not impressed. That's his job. He's doing his job. Anyway. Reckless Ollie says, I rate Purdue a lot, to be honest. So do I. I don't necessarily rate him as a halfback, but he's not really even playing halfback. He's playing 5'8", and Clifford's playing halfback. Speaking of Clifford, takes a run there. Alrighty, so Marnie finds Drinkwater, who does sort of hobble a little bit after that one. Marnie, short ball through, too close to stop Ruben Cotter from there. The Cowboys go bang bang.
Come on, the Cowboys. Come on, the Cowboys.
Uh-oh. Problem for Parramatta. Uh-oh. Yikes. Kelleher, unfortunately, has missed that kick, so it's 28 points to 20 only. But with 9 minutes to go, I back the girls. Yeah, you just can't stop the Hurricane Ruben Cotter from there. Alrighty, well, there we go. There we go. I haven't noticed until now that there's a faint cowboy logo outline on their jersey. Interesting. Interesting. I get the feeling now. I mean, I don't want to write the eulogy for Parramatta in this game just yet, but I do kind of get the feeling that North Queensland are going to go on with it from here. After going bang bang like that, there's a fair bit of confidence that I think would be taken out of the system. John Bateman has a strong hairline, powerful stuff. He advances it like the Eastern Front that his ancestors fought on. 24 points to 18. It's the jersey grip? Yes, it is. But I didn't realize it had that design, which is kind of cool. Okay. 27 and a half minutes left to go in this game. I'm a lock in. I'm a focus. Sorry, there was just a really interesting moment in the NRLW. A ball looked like it was going to go completely dead over the touching goal line. Stood up, frankly, quite miraculously. Poor Caitlin Owen couldn't take that one over the... couldn't shepherd that one over the dead ball line. Anyway. So Leaguie with a run there. The man who was sin bin earlier on in this game. The sin bin really didn't impact the Cowboys at all. Clifford finding Murray Talangi. Can't get an offload away. It looks like this could be yet another one that Parramatta have been competitive in but might not get the win. Anyway, we'll see. They're only 6 down. Lily, just keep asking it. Just keep asking it. One day I'll tell you yes. In a few years' time, probably. All right, so played there by Purdue. This is the last. They'll kick for about 40 out here. Clifford puts it high up in the air. Underneath this one is going to be Kelly, who does take it. He gets away from 2 Cowboys. Still going here, Brian Kelly. Good kick return. Was taken high, but again, not very forceful. Caitlin Owen, imagine if his name was Bindi. Joseph Jogru. I feel like Joseph Jogru would say that. He would say that. Is that an actual quote? Because he definitely would say that. Moses with it now. Holds the ball. Is in space. Straight through. Has got support inside. Twytle's there for him. I don't know if he's going to be able to draw it past though. Twytle doesn't have the legs. To get there. There's a hell of a lot of space on the other side. De Silva's going to go himself. He's got there, I think. No. His head's in his hands. He thinks he hasn't got it. And it's going to go up as a no try. He backed himself. And I can't blame him for backing himself. But there was a lot of space out wide for Josh Adokar. They're looking at penalty try, though. Yes, I just quoted your dad. So when would my dad have ever been talking about Caitlin Owen? He would definitely say that, but... Anyway, yeah, it's whether there's high contact on Talon De Silva. Mini X in here playing a career mode as Sunderland and keeps kicking it in his own goal because it's funny. He's in a relegation scrap and I don't think he's turned off coach sacking. That's tragic. Cotter is not onside. He's definitely not got back onside, Ruben Cotter. Not quite. I think it's going to be either penalty try or sin bin here. Either penalty try or sin bin here. He had to duck under Cotter, who was not onside. Ball did come free. They're going to go penalty try. Again, I say this every time. Ruben Cotter should still be sin binned here. He did not get back onside. He did so in order to gain a competitive advantage, and he made a tackle illegally in a try-scoring situation. He should be sin binned. But it's a penalty try anyway.
They're running up so thick and strong and kicking up the heels. If you want to see how football's played, then come and see the Eels.
Will you live stream their first game? Who? Oh, Sunderland. No. Nope. Unlikely, especially because it's typically egregious times. I support Sunderland because I did a FIFA career mode with them in FIFA 18 and fell in love with them. And I ended up like... I liked the career mode, so I was like checking the actual real-life scores of the team. And then I like started watching some YouTubers. There's a Sunderland YouTuber called Jam Sani who's really allowed me to follow the club from a long distance because I can't watch all the games. And I had the pleasure of actually meeting him. This is just before I started my own YouTube channel. I now have... Do I have more subscribers than he does now? I actually have... Probably not, because I think given that Sunderland went to the Premier League, I probably have more than he does. But anyway. Jam Sani. I'm Googling that. He's got 18.6. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, he's a really, really cool guy. And I had the pleasure of meeting him. And I remember saying to him, like, you know, I'm a fan of this club. I love this club, and you allow me to follow them from Australia. So, yeah. Anyway, that's sort of why I follow them. Thoughts on Jake Elliott being the worst roommate? If you know, you know. If you follow the Roosters socials, you will certainly know. Speaking of the Roosters, kick from inside the 40 from Jocelyn Kelleher. It's a tough one for Bindi Owen to get back to. She does. Kick-off in this game. We had half an hour to go. It was locked up at 18 apiece. 25 to go. It's 24 all. It's a tricky one to pick. What a game of rugby league. And the last game was just as good. Leg man, in the international rulebook, what is section 7.4? Pretty sure section 7.4 is that it's mandatory in every World Cup year that each time the Leaguie does a live stream, you have to donate a minimum of $5 to them. That's every single one of the viewers that's currently here. And at the moment, there's a whopping 44 people viewing. So 44 times $5, I'm going to be rolling in it very, very shortly, which is good. I don't make the rules. I do not make the rules. Sam Rani hits it up. Now in the hands of Mitch Moses, who has dictated play nicely in this game. He's been a lot of criticism, but he's done well there. And we're about to have 24 points apiece with 24 on the clock. Very aesthetically pleasing. Doozy just came back on, so we still have a chance. You don't have a chance, bro. Calma. Alright? Sit down, stop chirping. You ain't got no chance. Incorrect. It's about extra time. Pretty sure it's not. If you check again, I think you'll actually see what the rule really is. Are we about to have a 3-point penalty decide this now? That would be really, really funny. Alright. Mikaele with it. We'll get tackled there by Kartonga and Volkman, but nice offload. Purdue gets an offload away as well. It's been ruled backwards. The Combank faithful there at Parramatta did not agree. Luke Finds Pochu. Breaks free from a tackle again. Pass back inside to Clifford. Offload back. There's Cowboys absolutely everywhere. There's a hell of a lot of room out wide. Kelly came back for it. Talangi with it. There's space in front of him. Eels falling down left, right, and center. Cotter does find Bateman, who puts boot to rugby league ball. Burns gets an offload away. Chester for the corner. That is one of the great tries you'll ever see. That's one of the great tries you'll ever see. It really is.
That's not a try, that's a miracle.
The Cowboys, the razzle-dazzle North Queensland Harlem Globetrotters. Oh my days.
Come on, the Cowboys. Come on. Come on, the Cowboys.
That's as good as you could want. As long as there's no... I was worried there might be a knock-on from Drinkwater into Bateman there. But it's gone side to side. They'll look at it. But my goodness me. Bateman with boot to ball. The catch from Burns, and then he does the wonderful offload. And unfortunately, Falkman couldn't stop Chester the molester. You just need one good play. That you do.
Just need one good play.
I've only now seen the Roosters score their winning try in this game, by the way. 32 points to 20. Love it. Love it. I still want to see if Drinkwater has knocked it on into Bateman. But I don't know. There. I think surely Drinkwater's touched it. The Parramatta crowd definitely think he has. Obviously they will. I think surely Drinkwater's touched that. You know what I mean? Yeah, Chico, you're literally just a professional hater, aren't you, bro? It's not even that good. I've seen better. Just enjoy it, bro. Just be happy. That's what we love. Be pleased. That was a brilliant try. Try is confirmed. There we go. Well, they're not happy about it. Kick for Drinkwater. Oh, I love his style. I love his style. Hooks it in. 30 points. Plays 24. Hello, Taleb. Good to see you. Well, the thing is, Watson, we didn't really get enough of a look at whether Drinkwater did knock it on into Bateman, so I don't know. I really don't know. I'm assuming the bunker did look at it. Also, this is why it's BS that there's no sin bin. Yeah, it's a valid criticism for sure. I'll give you that. Valid criticism. Who have you tipped in the next game? Was, for sure. Definitely was. Here's the return for Cohen Hess. Well met by Junior Bolo. 34 to 20, my bad, in the NRLW. Yes, it is. Just surges with a second. I'd love Parra to get the next try. Gotta love Parramatta to get the next try. 30 points apiece. That'd be beautiful. Lorenzo says I tipped Brisbane. I mean, you can still change it. You can change it. Luke gets it to find Drinkwater. Puts it high up in the air. Now underneath it is going to be Twiddle. He does take it. He's got Cowboys all around him, though, and we'll have to just take the tackle there. The NRLW is unfair at the moment. The other teams can't do anything against Roosters and Broncos. Well, it's fair in the sense of there is a salary cap that everyone plays to, but the issue is there's not enough difference between the players that earn a lot and the players that don't earn a lot. So the financial sacrifice of playing for a big team is not really that massive. So players will take unders to play for the good teams. The only way that really changes, I think, is by the NRLW growing and the NRLW salary cap going up and the earnings of the top players going up. That's really the way that incentive will then come in. So yeah, tricky. I'm tipping with a mate and we aren't allowed to change our tips. Well, that is squarely on you then. I will be honest, squarely on you. All right, Kelly takes tackle there on the 40. This is the fourth tackle. I'm really happy the Roosters won this game. I was not very confident once we went several tries behind. Were we several tries behind at one point? I think we were 2 tries behind at one point. Was not confident. Drink water underneath this one. Frazzes the ball out wide to find Braden Burns. Samrani was on him. Samrani could not get him, and it was the Fox who did get there eventually. We got a whistle here. Arpa Twiddle has to come off for a HIA. Which Kelly? Brian Kelly. As opposed to Isabella Kelly. Alright, Roosters win 7 NRLW games in a row. Broncos have a record of 5-2. We continue our record of winning in the regular season. It would be a just insanely long winning record if we had won the grand final, but anyway. Well, I'll stop watching the NRLW now. I can actually lock into the NRL game. I'm going to angle the camera down a little bit. There we go. Now I can lean on my chair a bit more and just be still in frame. This is better. We are 2 wins ahead of second right now, by the way. I mean, you know, talent, skill. Just John Strange, Daddy John Strange, is objectively the most daddy coach in the NRLW. And I think there's a direct correlation between the daddiness of your coach in the NRLW and how well you're performing. Hey, Leaguie, someone just redeemed a thing.
Lorenzo Theraborn just redeemed Pepsi Max Sip.
Sure thing. Alrighty, 18 minutes left to go in this one. Please, Parramatta. It'd actually be so funny if you did something here. League dilemma. Mini Egg's putting the controller in my hands because Sunderland is playing Newcastle. He doesn't want to lose. But it's Newcastle and the Cows are on. Help, please. I think you know what you need to do. Sliders. Score 15 goals for Sunderland. Then give him the controller back and let him play out the rest of the game. You'll be able to do that in a few minutes. Easy. No stress. That's what you're going to do. Ball up high in the air from Parramatta. Underneath it will be Taulagi. He doesn't go up for it. It ends up back with the Eels. This is still the last. Bolo sprays it out wide. Oh my god, they're going to score. Junior Bolo. Oh my stars.
Running up so thick and strong and kicking up the heels. If you want to see how football's played, then come and see the Eels.
He's Houdini! He's Houdini! Put him in the circus! Put him somewhere!
He's too good for this game. That's what he is. The biggest 5'8" you will ever see. Junior Bolo, he was winding that one up. Oh, wow. Watch this pass. Yeet! Oh my god, it just floated. It just floated. That was beautiful. And Samrani scores. And Samrani scores. Good God. That is absolute rugby league. That was absolute rugby league. Surely, even as a Cowboys fan, you can see the beauty of that. Holy guacamole. The timer is quite behind. It shouldn't be frozen. Oh, the clock was frozen and it just fixed itself. It is definitely like several minutes behind what I've got on my screen, but it's synced up with NRL.com. Moses converts his 30 points apiece. Oh my god. What a game of footy. What a game of footy this is. Scratchy, I'll check after the stream. As I say, I'll check after the stream. We got Leaguie saying yeet before GTA 6. I'm a like, you want to talk about the old meme terms? I was there when the scrolls were written. I was around. I was walking the streets when words like yeet were commonly in use in public vernacular. Okay, don't go talking about these things to me, bruv. We are operating on different scales right now. And this is the 5:30 game. Yeah, I think this is going to be better than the 7:30 game. But anyway. Got a point? That would be very cool. God damn. God damn. Lorenzo, that's ball knowledge from yourself, saying YouTuber. What's your bottle flipping record then? Is that a sincere question? Because I have answered this before, and I'm incredibly proud of it. Have I? Do you actually know? Play there. De Silva finds Moses. Now to find Williams. I'll say it anyway because there'll be people here who don't know. I have a success rate at the bottle flip challenge of 100%. I flipped a bottle once. I got it. And I never flipped a bottle again. Exact same thing as me playing Fortnite. I played Fortnite once. I won. I didn't touch it again. So yes. Holy. Alright. Tackle there. Drink water. Noah of ball knowledge. Hell yes. Hell yes. Up to the halfway line here. The North Queensland Cowboys. This is the fourth. Luke finds Neem. Tackled there. Hard. Plays it. Luke finds Jake Clifford. Underneath. They're not going to contest it, Parramatta. It's been knocked on, I think, by North Queensland. Chester has it. Chester has it. And he's going to get over. He's going to claim it. I think it's got to go up, no try. I think it's got to go up, no try. Yeah. Good call by Todd Smith to let it go out to the bunker, but anyway. Lily, I've not beat 27-0. No, I only do it on stream, so. Did Leaguie swear says that Fortnite game was against actual bots, so that doesn't really count. That's not true. Fortnite makes everyone win their first couple of games against bots to get them to keep playing. But that's not true in this case, because I was playing with my two brothers, who had played a hell of a lot of Fortnite before that. And in fact, I think I was actually using one of their accounts. So, do actually have a legitimate 100% win record. Not right. Not right. 30 points apiece it is. Absolute rugby league, folks. Absolute rugby league. Hello, Ricky. How you going? I haven't seen Up the Milk in stream for a very, very long time. Full-time score. Unfortunately, I don't know the full-time score, Joshua. It's currently 30 points apiece. 14 minutes to go. Full-time score is yet to be decided. Oh, sorry. You're asking for a prediction? Prediction... Para 37, North Queensland 36. 1-1 draw, Egg, I'm comfortable with that. Lorenzo wants me to say no of ball knowledge in Trump voice. Fox is through! Fox is through! Fox is through! Takes a tackle there. I'll commentate the rest of this set, then I'll figure it out. I had to say that. Edwards finds Moses, frazzes it out to find Moretti. Takes a tackle there. This is going to be the last now. Edwards finds Volkman, puts boot to ball, but Birds is there. Okay. Milk's very busy. That's he doesn't need to be here. It's fine by me. Okay. Knower of ball. Knower of ball. Ball knowledge. Quite frankly, knower of ball knowledge. That would be my best go at that. I'm rusty on the Trump impersonation, I will admit. I'm rusty. But anyway, it's what it is. It's what it is. Yeah, that's alright, Reckless Ollie, as long as he's doing okay. I hope he is. Needs to be calmer in his voice. It's the I do a younger Trump though. That's well saying like 10 years younger. He can't do that kind of emotion anymore. Knower of ball knowledge. Knower of ball knowledge. You're a nasty knower of ball. You've got no ball knowledge. No ball knowledge. I think that's probably my best go at it. That last little bit. Okay, that pass was potentially forward. They get away with it. Parramatta, 12 minutes left. One more tackle to go. They're 5 meters out, Parramatta. Edwards finds Moses, puts it high up in the air, trying to find Brian Kelly. They can't find Brian Kelly, and it's going to be a penalty in North Queensland for tackled in the air. Any thought of a challenge? Maybe. Okay, Leaguie, calma. It's fine. Calma. I forgot the part where Trump would ramble on about random stuff before finally saying it. That's very true. That is very true. He absolutely would. You know, speaking of ball, I was actually, back in COVID, I was the man who got the football back on screen. That was me. That was me, wasn't it? I did. We were the first to come back from the fake China virus. And I got it back. And everybody was so happy. Sorry, locked in. We're locked in. We're locked in. We're locked in. We're locked in. But I'm so locked in. Like, immeasurably locked in. No one has ever been more locked in than me for this game right now. With 10 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock, 30 points apiece. What more could you possibly ask for in a game of rugby league football? Just saying. Just saying. Short ball there from No, I thought he was going to go a short ball to his back row. He dummies. Jackson Purdue. Luke with it. Finds Drinkwater at the back. Clifford dummies. Goes himself. Is tackled there. They're not throwing heaps at Parramatta, but they are obviously, a fair way out as well. Drinkwater puts it high up in the air. Underneath this one is going to be... Oh, what a catch. What a catch that is. I don't even know who this man is. Oh, it's Sean Russell. Okay, I know who Sean Russell is. I thought he was out injured. I wasn't expecting him. I didn't realize he was around. All right, Moses finds Kelly. Hitting it up over the halfway line. Now do count bin face. That's a more difficult impersonation to do. Well, I think, quite frankly, that you are a knower. You are a knower of ball. No, that's American. You are a knower of ball. You've got tremendous amounts of ball knowledge. Kick up in the air. Kelly had a half attempt at knocking it back, then knocks it forward about 3 billion times, and it's going to be knock on in the field of play by Brian Kelly. No, it's not a dropout. It's not a dropout. It's a play the ball. George. Did Leaguie swear says, I'm picking what pajamas to wear to bed. If it wasn't so cold, I'd wear the Clarkie's RL column footy shorts. Did not know that Clarkie's RL column had made footy shorts, but there we go. Repping him. Okay. I'm going to stop being a trick pony for you guys. I'm going to focus on this game, please. Okay. Tamalolo with it up over the 40 now. Carries it. On the 4th, Luke does go out of dummy half. Now in the hands of Bateman. Takes the tackle there. Oh, a bit of a second effort. He certainly tried to get it from the referee. Doesn't get anything. Clifford puts it high up in the air. Maybe he didn't quite have the length on it that he would have wanted. And Addo-Carr does catch it. Forced back on his haunches, though. 8.5 to go. They're going to be coming from within 20 out. Lily said, should I wear pajamas to bed or comfy clothes? I mean, if you ain't going to wear PJs to bed, when you going to wear the PJs is the real question. So, but I ain't going to tell you what to wear. I ain't going to start telling you what to wear. Go on there. Anyway. Lorenzo says, I haven't refollowed yet. Is something fundamentally wrong with me? No, there's early time. Falkman's going to go from 40-20 here, and he's only a couple of meters away from it, let me tell you. Only a couple of meters away. Very close. On the first, now they're coming out of their own 20. Talangi. Tackled there by a number of Eels. It's so set for set right now. And you just get the sense that these two teams are gearing up for field goals now. Surely. Favorite weather condition? Low cast grey clouds, but not raining. About 15 degrees. Okay, on the 4th. Oh, Luke's really desperately trying to get a 6 again there. He went out of his way to milk it. Junior Paulo was not having it. Purdue finds Clifford, who puts boot to ball. And that's God's stratospheric. That has God's stratospheric. Para do come away with it through Pensini. That kick was as high as Matt Burton has ever hit him. Holy. Smart guy, yes. I was watching the Roosters-Broncos game. Yes, I was very pleased about it. I'm sorry for your team's loss. Field goal time? It's well and truly field goal time, yes. and Para are the side looking more likely. How many times do I hear boot to ball this past 10? That's all good, Chico. If you want to go find a different commentator, feel free. It's all right. I like saying it. Edwards is through. I could say put shoe to object. Oh, that should be a penalty. That should be a penalty in my opinion. Anyway, Moses is going to try and kick a field goal. No, he's not. He got scared by the Cowboys defenders. Ball goes to ground here. Still alive. Oh, I don't know if that was a knock on. Cowboys do survive there. He's going to challenge, if they have a challenge. Yes, he is going to challenge that he was taken high, Mitch Moses. This could be the game if they win this. Sorry, it's not successful yet. They put in the challenge now. Hello, SV. Oh, Chico, I thought you were complaining. That's fine. I mean, he was right on the ground, really, Moses. But Chester does take him high. Yeah, I think it is high. Yep. It's a penalty. It's a penalty, Para. They're going to have a kick. Not quite to win the game. And I can understand why Cotter's annoyed. It's the lowest high tackle you could possibly get, but it's high, but it's late. It's a swing and arm. There's no need for it. No need for it. Challenge successful. Yeah. My time also says 6:01, but it says 6:01 for like the last minute, so that's not really going to help anything. Egg says he's going for the ball. Come on, he was. He made contact with the head, though. Yeah, it is now counting for me as well, Lorenzo. It says 5:50 right now. That is soft as anything. He can't bloody disappear and is going to trap the bloody ball. I don't disagree. But I think it was also the correct call. It was late. It was high. It was a slap across the face, unfortunately. What was Chester the Molester supposed to do? I mean, he still had options to not do it. Yes, we're watching it in slow motion. But went for the swing when Moses was clearly falling towards the ground. You're gonna have a bit of a risk there. Leaguie, did you know it's a known fact Thanos didn't attack Bondi in 2018 because he's scared of Kronk, Teddy, and Latrell? I can understand why. I think everyone from North Queensland should be scared of Mitch Moses' boot right now because he has just put Para in the lead. Absolute scenes, by the way. Absolute rugby league. Holy. God, it's been good. Still got a few things to do after this stream. That's annoying. Right. Well, 4.5 minutes left on the clock. 2 points the margin. I'm going to put the camera back up because I'm back. I'm so back. I've been energized by the end of this game. Well and truly energized by the end of this game. Highway robbery, says Egg. I disagree. I definitely disagree. I want Parra to win, but I do disagree. Anyway. Leaguie, how good was that game? Best game of the season? I mean, this game is well and truly up there. Well and truly up there. All right. They play it on the 4th here. This is a field position win for North Queensland, but you think if Parramatta can complete their sets, they might be okay. Moses will put boot to ball. He hits it long. He hits it true, and he lands at 5 meters out from the North Queensland goal line. That was brilliant from him. Discipline could win this for the Eels now. Chester should not have molested Moses. Very true. Very true. Lucky Patrick Herbert wasn't there. Just putting that out there. Purdue does take a tackle there from Jordan Samarani. 3.5 minutes to go on the second. Chester takes a tackle there shy of the 40. It's Burns in a dummy half. He picks it up and goes himself. Mostly just a lateral run. Really wasn't that incisive. They need a brilliant run here if they're going to be within field goal range. But the two-pointer is an option. I think Jake Clifford can hit him. This is perfect position for a two-pointer. In fact, it's Drinkwater, of course. He hits it. It's being charged down. It's being charged down. And it's going to be Cowboys ball. Again. Scenes. Cinema. Cinema. Lachlan says, I'm so scared. Who do you go for? Eels? Okay. Played there. Oh, second effort. Second effort on Bateman. No, he doesn't get away with that one there. He had a hand on Perchie's face then. Where's the penalty? So, swing an arm late to the head. Very low, but all those things were true. I think you probably know that. But, yeah. Yeah, no. You go for Eels, yeah. Understandable why you'd be concerned. Drinkwater, he does have it back at the 40. He hits it. He scuffed it. He scuffed it. Oh. That won't be it. There's still 2 minutes to go. That won't be it. It ain't over. But still. Yes, hello, Scratchy. Good to see you back again. Bink says that they go for the Wise. Good to hear. You'll be excited about the next game, I'm sure. 32-30 it is. 1 minute and a half left to go on this clock. What effort there for Talon De Silva to stop the field goal. They've still got this ball here, the Eels. Pensini soaking up the clock. Gets up. Plays it. Across the 30 now. They're 25 out. This will be the last. I wouldn't even bother with a kick. I might put it over the touchline. And that's what Moses does. But it's been knocked on potentially by Talangi. It's ruled back. That's fortunate. That's knocked on by the Cowboys. Samrani has it. And that'll be the game. That will be the game, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Para are going to win it. Para are going to win it. Okay, I'll let you have it, Egg. Sorry, I'll let you have it. Holy. Para have come away with the win that they failed to get last week, showing brilliant signs at the back end of this season. North Queensland, they're still probably only one win away from making the top 8, but my God, this was one they would have had earmarked as a victory, and it's instead gone the way of the Eel. It's gone the way of the Eel. Falkman with it. 4 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. That is the game. One of the great games of rugby league football that I've seen this season. These two teams deliver an absolute cinematic masterclass for the second time this year. It's topped their last one, and their last one was bloody good. What a game of footy. What a sport we have. That was unreal. That was unreal. They're playing the Eel song out there at Comeback, and why wouldn't you? I'm putting up an Instagram post. I'm putting out an Absolute Rugby League Instagram post. No doubt about it. 100% I am. Wowzers. That was unreal. That was actually unreal. Well, I'll play you out with the Eels theme. I'm going to put up that post. We got 10 minutes to go until the next game. I need to fill up my Pepsi Max because I am out. But I will be back in about 2-3 minutes. Don't go anywhere for now. Enjoy this. See you guys in a sec.